Hello YouTube. Project for today. What we want to do is run a fence up from the house down that side of the trees and basically fence in the area where we are going to build the new house. So the fence has got to come down here and then through the woods, and I've started on it without taking the camera with me. So the fence is going to come down this way, down here, and then through these trees. It'll be here on the right hand side. But I didn't want to cut the fence line straight so that you can see the line through the trees. So I put a couple of kinks in it on purpose. And then it's going to come down here. Across here. And this is as far as I got. This is the track that goes down to the house. The house is going to be down there behind that largest pine tree. But the fence is going to run straight through here. So I've got to cut those. And then I've got to get rid of a whole bunch of trash trees in here. And then the fence is going to run up there and then take a left and then down the hill past the house and so on. And all of that stuff here, that's going to go. That is just trash. I'm going to cut all that down as well. So what I've got, hang on, let me turn this off. So what I got is a weed whacker. I ruined the other saw blade that was on it, and I got a new one, and it's basically a saw blade with carbide tips on it, and it does a pretty good job with these little saplings. Obviously the bigger stuff from good old chainsaw comes in handy, but yeah, so that's the plan. So I'm going to put you somewhere on a tripod and we'll see what we can do. Hang on a tick. Tell you what, I came home 3 days ago from my working trip to the south, and I had to drive to Asheville. They've opened up parts of I-40 again, so I was able to take my old route, but it's only one lane in each direction, so it's like a 30-mile-an-hour speed limit there for 12 miles. And to see the devastation down at the Pigeon River, they're not going to do any rafting there anytime soon, but it was very, very smoky. I mean, I got through there at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that, and I had to use the lights on the truck. There was no sun to be seen. So those poor people, but they've got a whole bunch of wildfires now. After that they closed I-26 down once I got through there, because the fire had gone to both sides of the interstate. And so they had to shut that thing down. Those poor people, they just got through this hurricane with those horrendous floods and stuff, and when somebody says flood or high, hell or high water, they are getting it. They are sure getting it. It's so sad to see. Makes you appreciate how well off we are. It really does. Those poor people just got flooded, houses washed away and stuff, and what is still standing now is getting burnt down by those wildfires. A friend of mine lost his house there. So with the fires, it's terrible. Anyway, enough of the sad stuff. Let's get going with this lot. that is all relatively soft stuff and thin down there. And there's a lot of these briars and things in between that you can't push that little saw blade through. But if I get the rotary cutter, I think that'll all mulch up pretty good. I think we should try that. So hang on in there. I'll put that thing on the tractor, take this away, and I'll be back in a minute.
every time I have to push up, I just think, I do it again. I suppose time I have the push hog behind it, I lose one pin or another. This one is the one from the
from the 3-point lift. So I'm going to use that one there as a template and knock up a new one on the lathe. So alrighty, so far so good. I lost another pin, had to make another one. So yeah, that's how far as I got. Now it's getting just too hot because down there, where I don't know whether you can see it, the chainsaw is down there with my fingers. All that green stuff is growing out of like a hole, and it's all thorny stuff. So I'm cutting it down with a chainsaw, and I'm going to leave it in place and just sort of tamp it down, and then I'm going to get a couple or three of my dump trailers full of dirt, put that over the top of it, because I've got to eventually be able to mow that as well. So it's got to be a bit, I can't just have holes in that I can lose the tractor in. But yeah, I've got this bit here cut free. Coming out of there, the fence is going to go along here, then do a curve and go down the hill. I've got about, I don't know, probably about 50 to 100 yards or so, 75 yards cut going straight down. And so I've got to carry on with that, and then it goes up behind all of these trees, back up to where the house is, or where the boat is, and that's up there where those dead spargles there stick out. So yeah, it's going to be quite the project, but so far so good. And now it's like, I don't know, 80 degrees, and in that you've got to wear chainsaw chaps and long sleeves, otherwise you get cut to shreds. So that's going to be tomorrow morning before the sun gets hot. And I don't know which ones of these I'm going to leave yet. I'll probably cut that bunch there down, leave that tulip poplar. I think that's a cherry, that's an oak, so is that. This one here, I'm not sure, but I think sycamore. I think it's a sycamore. And that guy there, I have no idea what that is. It almost looks like a Chinese elm, but I don't have any other Chinese elm on the property, so I don't know what that is. I'm going to leave it, see what happens. At least until it's got leaves and I know what it is. Now I've cut a little trail up in that bit there as well. So then eventually I'm going to put grass seed in all of this, because that is all going to be inside the fence there, right? So the chickens and the geese and stuff, they're moving down with us when we got the house here, and so they've got places to roam. It's gonna be, they're gonna love it. They're gonna have so much more area, and the dogs are going to be busy looking after them. So yeah, it's quite steep. It doesn't look like it on camera, but it is pretty steep. You don't want to turn the tractor sideways on that bit down there. You'll flip it for sure. So yeah, I didn't have the ropes up, I know. Before anybody puts that in the comments. Osha doesn't talk to me. I think she's thrown my number away. Anyway, so much for that one. You guys have a good one. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one, which is probably going to be pretty soon as we get more into this stuff here. And then I've got to fire up the sawmill to cut some 1-bys for the chicken coop down at the bottom there that we're going to start off with. And it's going to be busy. So take care. Bye for now.